and it ended after 20
Then it ended.
The
Like, it says
the YouTube live ended?
Yeah. It says it's done, and I'm able to
Nani?
get back on here again.
But it says it's live here.
Unencrypted connection detected. What?
Unencrypted connection. Are we being like?
Actually, it shows that we're live right here.
Now we're live again.
Oh, now we're live. Okay, cool.
Oh shit! What?
What's up, Kimberly? It shows.
Whew.
That was close.
Okay.
Okay, who the fuck here is this stupid thing? Sorry, you guys. It's my computer that's trying to stop this thing. Like, it's like, this is exposing you to blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. You're just being a hater. Haters, man.
Yeah, I can't even find the video. Oh, here we are. Okay, Fab Watch.
Now I find
We got chat. We got chat. Okay.
We got chat. We got live. We ready.
We got a video.
All right, awesome. Fucking haters gonna hate.
Got Brianna and Kim in the house. Liking.
I likey, and I heartsies. Everyone.
Two. Stole the words right out of my mouth.
Hearts. What if we just spoke in like emojis? Hearts.
Right.
Heart symbol. What's the emoji for friend zoning someone? I'm doing all these hearts.
This one.
The thumbs up signal.
Oh, the thumbs up. I hate the thumbs up. I despise the thumbs up. I remember how much I despise the thumbs up.
That's the worst one. Like when
it's so like whatever, you know? Like that's what it feels like. It feels like they're like, okay, whatever. I guess I like this. It's like no, either love it or get out of my way. You know? It's like commit.
Passive aggressive.
Oh, Brianna, the film shoot was epic. That's good. That is very good.
Yay! All right, so how's everyone doing with this new moon energy? I know you guys probably felt it like already for a few days, and then of course the 222 portal yesterday. How is everyone feeling with that? Like for real? Like I know I've been like kind of like.
It's been feeling pretty crazy. It's been feeling weird. It's actually not been too bad. I mean, I would say it's like bringing up anything that's been buried. It's been bringing up frustrations. It's been bringing up like grudges. It's been bringing up a lot of different things that are like, you know, really close to the chest. So there's like so much goodness that is out there, like re-experiencing or genuinely experiencing the present with just feeling, you know, people's vibration right now and feeling like all the good stuff. And also, yeah, just, I mean, to me, there's a lot of ancient stuff, like our oldest things we've held on to that are just, you know, coming to the surface. And it's like, it's going to get out one way or the other. It can be in a way that we control, or it can be a way that's out of our control. And so it'd be a good idea to start letting it out proactively, you know, instead of letting it find its way out.
Okay, so how do I? Oh yeah, I gotta put your link. HTTPS. PPs.
She said PP.
It's just jaxatlantis.com/live reading. Or it's live reading or readings?
It says live stream.
Live stream. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know my life. You're hired.
All right, there it is. Awesome.
Posted
Get
it
to
too.
see that. If you guys want to purchase readings from all of us, it's right there. How come? Oh, let's see. Show or hide. I'm gonna show what. Oh, it's because she's cursing.
Who's cursing?
Kimberly. She said, I have told quite a few people to fuck off. I enjoy that.
It's good for the environment.
Yes. It is honest, and that is what we need.
Boom.
Honesty.
Yeah, Nina, yep, I believe that. Like, for example, I usually do like remote viewing, like when I'm like coming, like when I'm waking up in the morning, or it just randomly happens. I can't really stop it. And this morning, it was a lot of like little orbs, like rotating, kind of like in like geometric shapes. And one was going kind of like the opposite of the other ones. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? You know? And so I kind of sat with that. I'm like, what does that even mean? And then I kind of was like, oh, well, that's probably the indicator that I have to, you know, balance something within me, so I could go with the flow like the other ones, you know. And I was just like, okay, thanks. That's kind of weird how you show me this, but but yeah, so I understand, like, there's a lot of shit from the past coming. Like, there's, even if it's just physical people, it could also be like feelings and emotions, you know, from stuff that wasn't resolved, or maybe you thought you resolved it, and all of a sudden you're like, fuck, I'm still mad.
Mercury's like, got him.
Yeah, like Gemini's like, all right, let's talk shit, and then Virgo's like, like, tell me how you feel.
The lie detector has determined that was a lie. You have not finished resolving those issues.
Like, for sure, like, just talk about it. Like Jack said, just talk about it. Yeah. So it's good therapy. So narcolepsy. Yeah. Have you guys felt that, like just exhausted, like you just need a nap all the time because of this portal too?
I actually am a little bit restless sleep-wise, which is funny because I have been so well rested the past few weeks. Like, I've been like ridiculously just sleeping on time like a grown-up, just 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., like full on. Like, it's been great. And then I just kind of fell off the wagon the last couple days. Just too much excitement. Too many people that need me, you know.
Jax, too many people that are
wow, chicken, wow, wow.
There's just a lot of, you know, things to do.
Especially now that you shaved your beard, you know, they're just like, oh, Jax.
That was really the game.
Oh, Jax.
A few people were like, man, I hated you. And now that you've shaved your beard, like, you seem like a great guy. And so,
oh my God.
You're like the bees now. Like,
yeah. I had no idea. So Michael's gonna join me in a couple of days here.
Oh yes, so serious.
This is good.
Now I think I'll just let it grow a little bit more.
Yeah, Ari, it just works for you. Like, it just works. Keep it. Yeah, there you go. It's the way it blows in the wind.
I'm like, I think I should braid it. I would definitely want to see one of you guys grow yours that long and have like a little braid.
Oh,
like a little braided beard.
I've got a couple pictures. When I was 23, I grew out my beard.
Really?
Yeah, I grew it out. That's a real thing.
Nice.
Kiss, kissy. Kiss, kissy. I just wanted to speak French.
What are you asking a question about?
No, I just wanted to speak French.
Oh. Because I'm just like, you're asking, like, qu'est-ce que c'est? Like,
that's a question, right?
What's the question?
Where's my cake? That's my question.
Let's see. Dreadlock beards. Ew, gross.
That's not that can't be a thing. It probably is a thing, but
Google it.
no, we need we need to keep it quiet about that. We don't want that to catch on. That feels so dangerous. That feels like the most dangerous way to have beard.
Like, wouldn't it hurt doing that to that area? I don't know.
You would think.
There we go.
Bless you, child of God.
Thank you.
All right, so Mikey, you want to start with what's to happen, transit-wise or whatnot?
Let's do it. So this week we got a new cycle in Pisces, which is a whole new magical world we're embarking in. I like to look at it as like an augmented magical reality that you get to fully immerse yourself in, that this time magical sprites get to troll you, or rather interact with you back. And I like to see this week in process as just more so recalibrating and reintegrating your perception on what you see as real. Like last year we had Jupiter and Sag, and this made you aware of certain themes for the first time, and now it's like integrating. Now it's like, oh shit, like I have this magical fairy that escorts me all the time, and up until this point I thought it was like my thoughts, and it was an actual fucking fairy like the whole time. And it's like, wow. Yeah. It was Jax's essence, just checking that phone, making sure
the whole time. Oh no, I have no idea. I have invaded some privacy.
It was an aspect of Jax. Oh snap!
Guys, I didn't even know. I would have told you.
We all knew Jax was already magical. Look at his background. That's where he comes from. His home from the fairy realm.
This is what fairies do.
That is indeed what they do.
He's gonna go like this.
The LGBT community is gonna be unhappy that I said that. But...
Oh god.
You know what? We might even say that. They just splice it. It's like, look what he's doing. He's like, no, we're talking about real fairies. Like the.
All right, it's hate speech.
We're gonna get flagged, and this is gonna be dropped from YouTube.
Right.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, this is actually, I'm just excited because it's specific. You know, we got Mercury retrograde as a part of this new cycle, and Neptune, and this is the first Neptune cycle we've had since 2012. That a Neptune cycle, meaning like Sun, Moon conjunct Neptune, that we've ever had since it started, that is actually supported by Neptune. Everything up until this point was clashing with Neptune to a degree, climaxing at Jupiter and Sag, which once again was just here to show you that, or show us that most of our beliefs need to go into the trash can so that we can see magic for what it is. And last year exposed the Haida delusion. So now it's just like reconstruction, but this is where I would say the dream becomes super real. But the way it becomes real is in realizing like it's been real the whole time, but once again, like this week especially is just going to make you aware of everything in new ways. It's like a new perception that is pretty much manifesting your inner badass, and I'm excited. What do you feel about that Mars-Uranus trine?
Was that for Ari or for me?
My bad. That was for both of you. What do you feel about? Yeah.
Let me take a look. Let me take a look.
Typing in the website again.
It feels, yeah. So see, like when I was first seeing this, the feeling was it's the end of ineffectual action. Like it's the end of all this like freaking, grasping at straws, trying to make this project work, trying to make this thing work. And it feels like all of a sudden everything's being extremely consolidated into a singular laser-like point. So it's like, beam forward with pure intensity in this one direction and stop trying to grab a million different projects and different things. Like, you can't do it. You don't have it. You're not an octopus. You don't have enough arms to do all those things.
Yes.
You're a human. So be a human for a second.
That's funny.
That's what it's been feeling like.
Like, that's funny because you guys are talking about this. I had no idea this was happening. I just felt that way already. Like, intuitively, I just felt like I had to tell people to stop fucking, like, going all over the place and just concentrate on one thing at a time. If, for example, like, you have this idea that within 2 years or within this year that you're gonna be a millionaire, right? And then you have all these plans of how to start this thing or whatever, and then it's all like, oh, I have to do this, then I have to do that, then I have to, and then you have to, like, you're going through your little steps, and then something gets in the way, and then you're thinking, oh my God, I can't do anything else if I don't get this accomplished. And then you veer off somewhere else and just focus on other things. And it's like, you're like all over the place. You have to be more centered, more conservative with your steps, with your time, and understanding that, you know, your fucking empire is not going to be built in one day. You know, it takes time. And so a lot of people have that, like Jax was saying, this type of like vision that is like totally outlandish, you know, at like kind of like an extreme of what they where they should be now, you know, or in like a year or so. And sometimes they just don't recognize that the journey is the whole point. The whole point is being in the present moment and understanding that, hey, sometimes things are not going to work out like your little fantasy, you know, like things like that, but that's okay, you know. And so that's, I already felt that already, like, to tell people for a while, because it does get frustrated, and that's when people stop. That's when people, you know, stop going for their goals, because they have all these crazy ideas, and yet they think they can't do something because something doesn't work out, you know, in their favor. And it's like, you don't understand that that's the reason why you can go like somewhere else. If plan A doesn't work out, go to plan B, you know, then that's when you move on. Not like plan A, I'll do a little bit, and then plan B, I'll do a little bit, plan C, I'll do a little bit. It's just like, no, we have to do one thing at a time.
Yeah, that's funny. I was just listening to
the journey, not the destination. Sorry.
Yeah.
The Tao Te Ching, that was like, it was the part that I was listening to was like that exact part, like the essentially the master trades his ambitions for his resolve. You know, he lets go like all those like destination, like I have to get to this point. Instead, he just like prepares himself to be the master that's capable of reaching those goals, because that's way more important. So it's
staying ready. Nice.
And that's kind of like, to me, I always see that as like an earth energy, like with like, especially with Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Like, they're like really good at like planning things and knowing like, hey, I have to reserve my energy for this very moment right now. The present moment. And instead of like, I always say like a fire sign or even an air sign, sometimes we're like, let's do all this at once, okay, you know, like and the fire sign's like, I don't plan ahead, I just do it. You know, so it's just, it really is about grounding. It really is about honing in on that earth energy in order for anything to even play out successfully.
Speaking of earth energy, you know, Virgo is like Virgo is supposed to represent your lifestyle, your routines, like the parts of a whole. And so like opposite that right now is Pisces. So like,
dude, okay, so let me tell you how that works.
You're taking the total of all your habits and you're coming up with an ultimate technique right now. And it's crazy. Like I had you in mind, Ari, because you already come in the door with so much like techniques, spells, practices. So like, it's just coming up with like the ultimate way of life that's emerging right now.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like, even the stuff that, okay, so I'm the type of person that want to learn things, you know, and for like the first like half of my journey when I was little, I wanted to know everything, like everything about every ancient thing that you can think of, like the old, why did the Greek gods exist? Why, things like that. So it's like I wanted to know all of the I would say the archetypes and the magic behind it, and the beliefs and things like that. And so now that I'm getting older, I'm just like retracing back to those things. Like I'm being told, hey, go explore this. Remember, you explored it when you were young, but you didn't retain as much of the knowledge that you should have. And so that's why when I was sending you those things about the sigils, I learned that when I was like 19 years old. I worked with that. I have a fucking tattoo right here. I got this at like, really like, I think I was like 21 when I got this one. And so I'm like being told, go back and explore that, because it's things that you didn't really understand. And now if you refocus, you'll be able to understand it, And so looking back at that, I'm just like, what the fuck? Why am I exploring this shit that I already knew,
That is so profound, because that literally happened to me last night. Like I was listening to all the music I made when I was like 17, 18, 20. And it's like before I was in astrology, and everything that I'm saying is everything that I just came into realization. And it's like, I knew it back then, but I didn't know it like I know now. So it's like,
it's deeper now, And so that's where that Pisces, energy comes in. It's like an understanding that, hey, there was a reason why you started looking at this stuff. There's a reason why, because you believed in that magic. You believed in yourself at that time, and now it's time for you to enter that phase again. And because the Virgo in me is just like, let's just, let's be more logical,
Let's make sense of it.
And then my Pisces moon is like, bitch, you better go back and see all that magic that you had back then,
Right. Isn't that the feel? The feel's like, it's not like a what happened to you, but it's like a damn, you were on some shit back then. You gotta go back.
Yes.
When we were just all full card energy, and it's like we don't know what the dark night of the soul is. We're ready to be fearless and take everything on. We're just trailblazing.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah.
That's exactly it. That's how I've been feeling with this.
Oh, those days, bro. Oh my God.
And that's why, and that's a good thing that he shaved his beard, because now he looks younger, and it's kind of like he's going back, like his youth or whatever, to recapture that magic again, and bring it back here. So that's how I see it as a metaphor for you.
We timed this perfectly, by the way. The moon is conjunct Mercury retrograde, so it's like we're Mercury retrograde's messengers right now.
Yeah. I wonder if you can pin that. I don't think you can pin it. The website. I wish
you can pin anything if you try hard enough. Hey, thanks.
So if you guys are interested in getting a reading from all three of us, either one card, or did you put the different options on there, Jax?
That's what they call me, Jax, the different options guy who puts the options there.
Jax, the different options guy who puts the different options there, man.
That's gonna catch on. This is the one. This is what
I'm gonna say that at your wedding. Congratulations, Jax.
They call him
different option guy.
Up to one of them.
They call me Jax, the guy with lots of options.
Oh,
all the options, right? That Libra option. Like,
will Mary and Jax, the options guy who puts the options and the options, step up to the altar?
No.
But yeah, if you guys are interested in reading from all three of us, definitely go to his website and click. Let me just put the link again.
Do you take Jax, the option guy who puts the options in the options box, as your faithfully wedded husband?
And they'll be like, yep. Like, this is great.
This is the right option. Oh, no.
That's how I envision my wedding. The first one.
The first one, no.
No, I plan to have 17 at least.
I don't know about you, but I don't think I've ever met a Libra that just was married once.
Yeah.
You know what? This is crazy.
It's hard. It's hard being a Libra. You have to get married lots of times.
You guys got options. That's why.
The Libra I know personally has been married once too.
Yeah.
Just like it's like a rite of passage.
They've been married once, and then there's like
Yeah.
a new partner or whatever. That's
Yeah.
what I've always met Libras like that.
It's like it doesn't really count until their second marriage. The first marriage is just like
Right.
the warm up.
We're just testing this
The
out.
first marriage is disclosure, and then the second relationship.
This is the real deal.
Yep.
And then the third is the charm.
Yvette says, "Twice here."
The fifth one is
it's
brutal.
only the seconds,
Yeah.
you know.
First marriage didn't count.
But you're Aries.
No, the first marriage never counts.
Right. It's your first marriage.
Like,
that's true. It didn't count for me either.
Oh, that's
Appreciate
right.
you.
I totally forgot. That's so funny.
Yep.
I always forget that.
It's been 6 years of my engagement, and we won't get married until I move to Wisconsin. So.
And when you do, it's gonna be, you guys are gonna get so married.
You guys are both coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the one who officiates you guys.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Nice.
Because I want to be one of those, you know, pastors that's really funny and like, you know, can't stop joking around during the ceremony.
He's gonna be like, boom.
Making you just a little bit nervous because like I'm just telling a little bit more jokes than I need to. Like that's the vision.
Yeah. So it's funny because we were planning like because before when I was like, okay, I'm still gonna do grad school. That's what my plan is. Still do grad school. And so I was thinking, oh well, we can't get married until I finish grad school because you know the government's not gonna pay for it if I'm married, you know. And so we were holding off on that. But now the VA gave me this awesome gift of paying for my doctorate degree, so I don't have to. So I'm just like 5 years, don't gotta wait.
Oh, so that's it. So like it's almost time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, you'll have to give me a heads up so I can practice.
For sure.
Practice letting you guys get married.
Yeah. So we're kind of like, I was surprised because I was thinking, oh man, 5 more years and then we'll get married. That's like 10 years, 11 years together. And so I was just like, well, that's the longest engagement ever.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why, because we just want to make sure that, you know, everything's taken care of and we don't have any debt. And so then when I applied for this VA thing, I got approved right away. And it's rare because everybody waits like about 6 months to a year to get an approval like that. And for me, it was like instant. And I was like, oh shit. So it was pretty exciting. So the universe is like, yes, you have to be a doctor. Dude, I'm gonna be one of those doctors and fucking sarcastic and like freaking joking around with patients the whole time.
Someone wants to know which branch of service. Christine wants to know which branch of service are you?
I was in the Air Force. I was security forces, which is the equivalent of the military police. So we got the fancy name. We're just like, why don't we just call us military police like everyone else? Way to go, be different, Air Force. But
Someone said there should be a Surviving Pisces, the contaminated fish market documentary on Netflix. It seems like everyone and their mama has at least one Pisces horror story. And I'm mad because I have several.
Yeah, I mean too.
Right. I'm not even trying to hate on their side, but like I have several.
Like for a very long time, I did not like Pisces men for a very long time. Like I couldn't stand them because I was always there. There's always something with them and me, like butting heads. And so then with the women, they were kinder, you know, they were more relatable. And then I had a run-in with a Pisces woman that was totally the opposite, just like the Pisces man. And I'm like, ooh, no. So yeah, it's a good lesson. I mean,
oh yeah, that's wild.
I mean, I'm not saying all of them are bad. I'm just saying I always had a struggle with the masculine Pisces.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But
I think it's coming from my dad because my dad's a Pisces. I think that's what it is. Like,
there it is. There it is. Now we're getting to the bottom of it.
I mean, me and my dad get along now, you know.
Yeah.
We get along now. we mended things, you know, but still, I think that's what it was. Christine, the army, we worked with the army too. We worked with them because we were in what we call a contingency response wing, which means that we were deployed within 12 hours anywhere across the world, usually Afghanistan, because that's when we were doing operation, you know, for Afghanistan and Iran. So Iraq, sorry. And then we were just notified within 12 hours that we had to go somewhere, and we usually took the army with us. So there's a lot of people from like the army that came with us along to build their bases. So basically build a base. So, and then the army took over, and then everyone else came in. So yeah, so I worked with you guys. Yeah, you guys' leadership sucks.
Damn.
It sucks. Like these guys that I worked with in the army and women, they had to ask permission for everything. Like everything. Like if we told them, hey, come with us, we got like this security thing that we need to do, you know, like do a perimeter, you know, walk or whatever. And they're like, hold on, I gotta ask my whatever to see if we can do it. I'm like, what the fuck? Just do it. Like,
yeah, that's insane.
It sucked. It sucked because, and then they had like, everything was definitely like, you had to do every step like how it was told. Or if you miss a step, you're fucked. You know, like that's how it was there.
This is why I wouldn't make it there. Like, I'm very rebellious. Like, they tell me I have to do a specific thing. Like, you guys aren't. This isn't fun, and they'd be like, "It's not supposed to be fun." You know, like, we're not having a good time here. This could be better.
Yeah, it's funny because like they were definitely very much structured. And the Air Force, like us coming in, and we're like the ones that are like, nah, fuck it, let's just go. You know what I mean? We're like,
wow,
fucking here, do it this way. Like we're just like the fucking bad influences. I swear.
It is like Carolyn.
It's true though. We were the bad influences. I know. I got
this
guy in trouble because we told him it's okay for us to go out like. We went off base and they were told they could only go off base from this time to this time. And we stayed out later. You know? We got in trouble. I was like, oh, you got him in trouble, poor guy. Yes, it's live. All right. So you guys want to do a quick energy reading for the week for each element?
Yeah.
Are we going to take one element, or are we going to all do each of them?
We could take one element, or we could do all each if you want. No.
I'm going to do air.
I'll do earth.
I'll do fire.
I'll do air and water.
Okay.
Earth and fire.
All right, perfect.
Fire.
I was like, is she gonna say water? She goes, oh, okay.
Don't say
right
water.
now. My dad's curious. You bitch.
Oh god. Oh man.
All right. So go ahead and if whoever wants to go first.
There should be you because you're on the left, and then me, and then Michael.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, you just said it's at ladies first, and then we were like, okay, Mike, go ahead.
Oh, I get it. Okay, calling him a lady. That took me. That took like a good 40 minutes before that one landed. That was terrible.
He's still not laughing. He's like, what? He's like, what?
Well, Michael.
Clueless as usual.
Gemini's like having a conversation with himself right now. Like,
I swear to God, like it's everything just to like stop the conversation my conversation is having, just to pay attention to the current conversation. I literally have to like.
Oh, thank you, Kim, for laughing.
You're doing great. You're doing really great.
Focus.
All right, we're gonna do Leo. I'm sorry, we're gonna do fire signs. So Leo, Aries, and Sag. For this week's energy, what's going on, you guys? Let's see what you guys are gonna fuck up this week. I'm just kidding.
That's true. That's true.
Whose lives are you gonna ruin this week with your honesty?
Uh-oh. Boom, boom, boom.
Who are you gonna make fun of and have them cry right in front of you? I'm just kidding. Okay, here we go. All right, so the first card I got was the 10 of Wands, and this is the energy for Monday and Tuesday for fire signs. Okay, so what I'm receiving about this is kind of like all of the stuff that you've been struggling with, especially when it comes to, it feels relationship related, you guys. So it's definitely like relationship, like I'm hearing family as well as like lovers. So it's kind of like you're finally confronting the truth about it, and like kind of like getting rid of the shit that you don't like. Okay, like kind of like being more expressive about your needs and being honest with them, you know, from what your standpoint is. It feels like there's definitely some words that need to be exchanged, because it feels like they definitely started some shit with you. You're like, ooh, shit, it's coming back from the past. So what it is like like it's time for clarifying, as well as like finally releasing that, because you're heading towards something bigger. It feels like you're heading towards a more like stable relationship with them. Maybe even building, like, especially for like a relationship, maybe building a home with them, you know. And so all this shit has to be hashed out first, and then you can start moving on or moving forward with them. So it's like your happily ever afters there, but you still have to take care of a little bit of communication stuff, and then closing that door and finally seeing that. So, because like, look at him, he's moving towards that big castle in the sky, and he's just like, yep, let's go. All this hard work is going to pay off at the end. So if you stuck with someone for that long, especially with a relationship, not just family, friendships too, there's no reason why you shouldn't continue the relationship unless there's something that happened that was really bad. But it feels like that's not the case. It's more like communication needs to be had in order for all of you guys to be on the same pages, so that you all can build this beautiful, you know, life together. And so there's a lot of abundance coming in as well with that. It feels like it's connected to working with other people. So your abundance is connected to that. Okay. The next one is the Knight of Swords. So this is the middle of the week. So Wednesday and Thursday. So the Knight of Swords, like, okay, first of all, don't overreact. Like, don't overreact. Take your time. Make sure that you have everything. That's why the talk has to happen. Okay. Make sure you are clear with your intention. Clear communication is important, because it feels like you got some information from outside sources and you're like, let's hash this out, but in not a like I would say not like in an air sign kind of way. It's more like a fire, like, let's just fucking do this. You know, where you're just like, let's just do it, let's just hash it out, let's just fucking say how we really feel, you know. Without getting more information. Okay. It also feels like you're definitely you feel like the hero in the story, the protagonist, and you feel like you gotta go and, you know, topple over the antagonist. And that, again, there's not a clear story regarding this. So if someone tells you that, someone that you love tells you that someone's fucking with them, or telling them things about you or whatever, you have to get more information. Okay, so don't just run into it like, I'm gonna rescue this person, I'm gonna, you know, you have to ask more questions, because it could be just that your family member is being a little bit sensitive and not giving you the entire story as to how that even happened. Okay. So definitely important to do that. And then finally, you got the 8 of Cups. So walking away from something because you know there's something better for you. And it feels like there is definitely all of this chaos happening all at once, because you have to sit with yourself and ask yourself, what is it that you really want at the end? Who is it that you really want in your life still? Is it the ones that have had your back for a very long time, that have always been honest with you? Or is it the new fling that is like causing this chaos, you know? It does feel like it's definitely a romantic relationship chaos. Like your fling or your other half is telling you something about your family, or making them seem like a victim or something like that, and then it's causing all this commotion to begin with. And so you really have to think hard about, is this going to work out? Is this really going to work out at the end? You know, are you going to really go into that castle with that person too, or is it just going to be you and your family? You know, and so walking away, that doesn't mean there's nothing better for you. There's obviously something better happening at the other side of you closing those doors at the end. Okay, so that's what I have for fire.
Fire. I got the fire.
Yeah, I knew something was gonna happen. I fucking
Let's see what we got for air and water.
Woo!
I'm putting the link up right now. Here it is. Can't really.
God, my third eye is like pulsing right now. Nice. Okay, well, this is good. So as far as air signs are concerned, first of all, apparently the power of our joy is not to be underestimated. So Gemini, Libras, Aquarians, our joyfulness will lead to Knight of Cups, law of attraction. It will lead to manifestation in the physical sense. It will lead to all these things if we can let ourselves be happy, even though we'll totally have excuses to be pissy about different things, or to be focused on things that really don't matter, or to fixate on what happened in the past when there's something good in front of us. And we need to just enjoy ourselves. We need to seriously be a part of that. We need to engage with the sacral and the third eye and the throat, of course. But we have to let ourselves be completely honest with our joy instead of in denial with our frustration. And there's even more reason for that, because we're also going to be really utilizing that Marsian energy with 6 of Wands. We're going to be extremely successful. We are just going to be killing it out there. And with the success, with the victories that we have, though, we literally have to celebrate them, and we have to make them a part of our lives, instead of, basically just keeping ourselves looking out for what comes next. We have to be, really honest about what just happened and pay attention. We have to continue to pay attention even after the victory. It reminds me of the feeling of like when there's those videos where it's like people who celebrated winning a race before the race was over, and then they end up losing even though they were way ahead of everyone else, because they were sort of like, showing off or whatever. It's like we need to make sure that we're just paying attention the whole way through. And then finally, judgment. With judgment, it feels like basically we're going to have the option right in front of us to finally close an old door when it comes to a relationship style. It's not even like a particular relationship. It's like, you used to get into relationships that were really codependent, or that they were really intensely unhealthy, or there was no communication or constant communication, and the relationship style that didn't work for you is now like going to try and come to an end. And so you're going to have to let it. You're going to have to let it by allowing a healthy person to come into your life and be healthy with you. and it might feel odd or weird or like new territory, but you'll want to get used to that for sure, because it would be so powerful to do that.
Yahoo!
And then for waters, that reading triggered me already. Who we fighting? Yeah. For water signs, wow. Okay. I see. Okay. So for water signs, first of all, you're going to be engaging with some fire energy this week. With two of one. What?
So you guys are coming to fight with us.
Yeah, you're coming to fight the fire signs, the war, and we're being declared here. Two of Wands is saying that you're going to want to really be strategic. You're not going to want to react purely off of emotion. However, you will have to use emotion as your fuel. So you'll have to find the perfect tightrope. You'll have to find sort of the Libran fire is the best way to go. And it feels like Two of Wands is also saying you're about to change your journey in your career path, whether it's a new career path, whether it's a pretty huge adjustment. Two of Wands is saying you guys are about to make a change that will alter your lifestyle. It will alter the way that you're the way that you live, the type of income that you expect. And it's crystal clear because we have the 6 and then the 7 of coins. So when we have a progression like that, starting off with 6 is suggesting water signs, you're about to come into a lot of money or abundance, and it feels like things will be set right karmically. With this abundance, though, the extreme important lesson is like, what do you do when you win the lottery? Do you invest it wisely, or do you spend it all, or do you hoard it in the backyard? 7 of coins is suggesting that almost immediately after receiving a unexpected positive influx of abundance, you're gonna have to take a risk with it, or at least you're gonna want to, because if you take a risk with it, 7 of coins, then you'll be able to apparently make something incredible. But if you 6 of coins, like you just kind of hold it close to the chest and you want to just keep it or bury it somewhere, it's going to depreciate, So like just keep an eye out for when you receive something that seems too good to be true, and then you have some risk that you could take with it. And it sounds like that would be so stressful, but I think it'd be the best thing for the water signs right now.
Yay.
And last but not least, slow ass Earth.
Slow ass Earth.
Slow and steady. Oh yeah.
Steady wins the race.
So the main card I have for Earth. Well, as far as a lesson, the main lesson for Earth is the Queen of Wands, ironically. Fire. Looks like this fire vixen wants to shake up your boring ass life and add more of her fun. Now, when I say boring, Earth, you're good boring, okay? Earth, I'm majority Earth.
You're stable.
Right. I'm majority Earth. I'm pretty boring of a Gemini. But this queen feels like you could add a bit more passion to your life. This is an aspect of you. I wasn't going to pull the bomb card, but Ace of Swords came through. So there's a breakthrough in your communication with this counterpart of yours, because you provide her grounding and she provides you fun and excitement and purpose. So that's awesome. Fire, I know the queens in Tarot to me are cardinal, so that's Aries, but I've heard Sagittarius or Leo for this. Earth is your water houses. So this is going to be an influence that kind of shakes up your vulnerable boundaries. I know with me, the issue with fire is they want me to be more live and I just want to be boring. It's like, I'm not trying to sing or dance. And it's like, get up your lazy ass. So it's what we need. So Taurus, we have the 5 of Swords. Okay. I didn't plan to pull this, but we have the 5 of Swords, the World, and the Chariot. So there's been some miscommunication. I know as a Taurus rising, we could be like super stubborn because it's either our way or our way. And so it's like you're you're concluding a difficult situation. Jax, you know what's up. You're concluding like I think a part of you was just like, all right, screw everybody. I'm just gonna stand my ground. And you're kind of coming into victory, like you're coming into victory through whatever miscommunication there was, and this is more so completion and moving on positively. You somehow got your way, Taurus, by being stubborn. Virgo, we have the Emperor, and I didn't want to pull 3 cards, but it comes with the Sun, but I'm just gonna stick with the Emperor. Taurus, whereas the 5 of Swords is talking about you addressing, especially with that Queen of Wands, you guys might really just beef. But it's weird. It's like you kind of have to argue, Taurus, and through the argument you get along more. It's that type of dynamic. It's like you guys might you might come into like some chemistry with talking smack to some people, whereas Virgo, you're you're definitely claiming more of your authority. It's a bit of a rigid influence, but this is going to allow you more power to operate with, serious power to operate with, actually. And this Queen of Wands energy is going to transform you to kind of break through in that level. Whereas Taurus is going to be like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Virgo's going to be like, oh, all right, let's do it. And then like, boom, you break through. And then Capricorn, Taurus is going to be stubborn to then like, no. But it's like, it's not going to be all bad. And then, of course, Capricorn, you always have to be making more money for yourself. So here we go. You're breaking through into a new cycle of income and money. Yeah, this also comes with the Death and the 8 of Pentacles. So this Capricorn, you're not only stepping into a new income stream, it's like this new way of manifesting money is going to fundamentally transform how you even work. So, could be like a promotion, or you could just quit your job because you don't need it anymore, because you don't need to work for hours. You could just turn on your faucet and money comes out. So the lesson for Earth, the lesson for Earth is justice and the Queen of Cups, where you're dealing with a passionate influence. So you need to be compassionate and fair. Be compassionate and just, because this Queen of Wands sometimes is okay with purposely being retarded just to get a rise out of you. And you have to be, the Queen of Wands will start a fight just because she knows you're not about that life, and she just wants to show you, and she just wants to let you know who's boss. So the Queen of Cups is just like having compassion. Know that the Queen of Wands means well. She knows what she's doing. Just have compassion and understanding. And justice is you balancing every part of your life. Okay, this is going to be paranormal, because any influences that are kind of undermining you behind your back that you're not aware of, you're going to suddenly be aware of, because crazy shit starts happening to them, because justice is like balancing the scales based on intent. So people who are acting out of integrity, justice is going to call them out. And, you may not have known that until you find out that, they got caught up trying to, it's going to be embarrassing for some of you, because some of you, you're going to be like buddy with people who were the whole time like trying to screw you over, and you find out awkwardly like, oh, that's unexpected.
You're like walking in on it.
Right. Like, so, well, not even walking in on it. It's like you only find out because they get exposed. Like they mess up in front of you, and that's like justice showing, hey, you sure you should be trusting this person? Like they just got caught trying to finesse you, and I feel like it's going to be embarrassing because it's like, oh wow, like I let this happen. But other than that, it's going to be a powerful week for y'all.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Cheryl, for the Cancers, when I did the Water Collective, it's clear you guys are going to be receiving a ton of opportunities and interesting changes in finances and friendships. And so you'll want to be able to both accept the positivity coming in fully and be willing to lose it to not have an unhealthy attachment to it. Seven of Coins is saying, was saying that you'll have to take some risks and come from a place of your love and your needs and not putting conditions on people or these opportunities. So that's going to be it's going to be crazy.
Crazy. All right. So we have our first person for a reading. It's a 3-card reading, and it's for Lightworker Enterprises. I'm not sure who this is. Can you let me know who you are, please?
Can you reveal your secret identity?
Yes, let us know.
Ooh, I just hopped on. What's going on? Lol. Well, we're doing some readings. We're doing some readings today.
Yes, if you are interested in a reading, you guys are more than welcome to purchase on Jax's website.
Everyone's doing it. Link in the comments.
I am going to put the link right here.
Nancy, it says it's her. It's Nancy.
Oh, okay. Thank
Nancy.
you. All right. Who wants to go first? I'm still working on the link.
Oh, definitely Michael.
Okay.
For sure, Michael.
It's a one card reading?
It's a 3-card.
3 card.
It's 3 card.
It's a 1, 2, 3 card reading. There we go. Nancy. Perfect.
Michael, go get some water. I'm worried about you. Go get some water.
I need to get some water. I'm gonna get one after this for sure. Nancy, we got evolution for you. This is this new Pisces cycle is going to directly step into your evolution. So if you're investing time with Raphael's method of real estate investing, I think Raphael is going to give you an unexpected, that method is going to give you an unexpected, like serendipitous shift. Lots of abundance. Doing it will put you into cool people. What you apply will give you exponential effects. We have the 7 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Jax, let me know what you think about this, because
that's so funny, because whatever you were about to say, I'm like totally agreeing with this, but go on. Yeah.
No, cool, because like it looks like this 7 of Swords is finessing this 9 of Pentacles, but you could also say, but you could also say the 9 of Pentacles is working alone. And then the 9 of Wands is like kind of going on a road trip on their own. So I just wanted to make sure, Nancy, you're not dealing with someone who's trying to like trick you. But I do see this as you, and I do see this as someone you're going to be dealing with. This could be separate, or it could be like this.
I'm seeing the 7 of Swords being a warning, because my whole thing sounds like an encouragement plus a warning. So yours was like, I also agree, Nancy, it's going to be blessings, it's going to be great, but 7 of Swords is saying you got to watch out for, there's going to be a snaky character, and you have to watch out for, so for instance, with success, sometimes we start to accept all parts of a new system of things. We start to take on all the new parts of it, and then we realize, wait a minute, the success really came from that one simple part that I was actually, a part of. All these other things are just things people are telling me I'm supposed to add on to this. 10 of Wands is saying be very cautious not to add on anything that doesn't directly bring in this success, because that can overwork you to a point where you could take a good opportunity and turn it into a more stressful one. 8 of Swords is suggesting you have to trust yourself and speak to yourself as if you're the hero of this story, because you are going to be surrounded by minor scuffles and arguments of other people. 7 of Swords, other people looking to kind of like, trick you basically, or to almost like step into your shoes instead of their own. Like, it feels like there's like not a direct theft. It's not like breaking in your house or something. It's more like taking your idea and capitalizing on it intentionally before you can. So just like, keep your eyes open for that.
And so I got similar too. So I got the Knight of Swords. And this is, again, kind of like, make sure you have a lot more of the information that you're being told. Ask questions. Ask Moses's old partners questions. Ask people that know him questions on how his character is, how it is to work with him, things like that before you sign up, okay? Before you go full on it, because it seems like he is definitely someone that you will be making money with, because you got the Two of Cups. They're a good partnership, but you have to make sure that you are ready for that type of partnership too. Like, are you going to tolerate certain things? You know, are you going to tolerate him telling you what to do? You know what I mean? And then like kind of holding you back on expressing the way that you want to do things. So there seems to be that like a definitely, both of you guys are definitely very, very I hear like alpha personalities. So butting heads is going to happen, but at the end, you guys are going to make money. You guys are going to make a lot of money, but make sure again that you have all the information, because again, you got the Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady, making sure you got all your bases covered. Okay, so that's what I got for you.
Boom.
Boom shakalaka.
Now. Is there a Ritesh here?
Ritesh Aswani. I think I saw that earlier. Let's see. And this one is for a 3-card pull as well. You're welcome, Nancy.
Oh, I thought Kim was saying it is, as in she was Ritesh. And I'm like, Kim, are you going by Ritesh now? That's like such a drastic.
It's one of her many personalities.
Yeah. I was like, you did not tell me about this.
It is I. I can just imagine her saying, it is I. Kim. We gotta get Kim to start doing lives.
I know, Kim, where have your lives been? What do you do? Why aren't you going live?
You know how much, like, just by her sheer beauty, she's gonna be like pulling people in, you know?
Yeah.
Not just outer beauty, it's inner beauty too.
The inner beauty.
Yes.
Or if you think about it, it's almost like her inner beauty, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Totally
It just
my idea.
radiates.
Not your idea. Okay.
So we are still waiting for. It terrifies. Why is it all the Aries women that I ever asked, why don't you guys go live? The same answer I get. It's scary. I'm terrified. I'm nervous.
I know, which is always funny because of all the stuff you're not terrified about.
Yeah, like just,
in comparison, I'm like, that's what you're scared of? Like
public speaking?
It's like you're like not scared of like all the other things that usually most people are scared about.
I know. Like with Farrah, for example, she's another Aries, and I'm like, come on, let's go live. And she's like, fuck no. And then she like posts all this shit about sex and and getting sex with girls, and I'm just like, what the fuck? You got all these crazy memes.
That makes it happen.
Kim, I took public speaking for college online. So you recorded yourself talking. That's the same thing. You're not seeing anyone. You know what I mean? All you see is the comments. So it's just like that. It's just like cry face. Okay, Ritesh, not sure if you are here. Let us know. If not, we're going to move on.
Yep, we'll move on and we'll just put Ritesh on our get back to list. I'll make it now. It'll be
Yeah.
called the Get. That's what they call me, Jax the List Maker. Ritesh.
And
I'm really just trying to find a good nickname, you guys. I really want a nickname that rolls off the tongue. The options one was almost there, but it just didn't really work. Let's see. Next we had Carolyn. Carolyn got a 1-card reading.
okay.
You texting your fiance?
One of
Ooh.
one of my clients asked if I could do her reading here, so I'm gonna do it after we're done with everybody else, so that it's a galactic reading, so it's gonna do a quick one.
I love in-person readings. Those are the best. I love going to people's houses and like pulling up their charts. It's just crazy.
All right, so let's see. Okay, so we have Carolyn for 1 card, right?
Mm-hmm. And Carolyn, do you have a question or would you like a general? I spoke in person live before. Time to color my hair. Yes. Yes to that.
Okay, never mind. She just said she's in line. She's in line for a reading. What are you doing, Mike? I know you're multitasking right now. I know you are, Gemini.
I'm listening to like 2 different messages while listening to here and then sending one at the same time.
See? What did we just say? What did we just tell you? One thing at a time.
Yes, you did. Oh man.
Dude, that's how it was today. I was like doing my math homework or whatever, my statistics homework, and then I was doing my one of my papers for English, and I was doing my one of my reports, the one that I asked for surveys or whatever, and
Yeah.
I type away. I'm just like, and then I'm like, oh shit, no, I get it the wrong way. Like I put the wrong things in the wrong places. I'm like, oh fuck, I need to stop multitasking.
Yeah. Kim, what like, that mouth do?
What that
you
mouth?
Seen that? Oh my god. And her jokes are trash, but you want to see what that mouth do.
Oh man. Oh yeah, you guys, we still have spots for the retreat for June 19th to the 22nd. You guys want to, you know, be a part of it, go to my website, www.starry333.com to register. So you just have like to do a down payment, and then you could email me for more information on the rest of the remainder of the amount. We could do a payment plan option if you guys wish. But yeah, so we have these spots open. I think it's like for sure 8 left or something like that. And then so if you guys are interested, let me know. Okay. Kaiser Nova, yep, that's me. I wanted a general career reading. That's Ritesh. Okay. Okay, awesome. So he wants a general career reading.
And Carolyn, let us know if you want a general afterwards or if you have a question.
Yeah.
So Ritesh, yeah, this year will be interesting as far as career. Hermit says you're going to be doing something independently. I don't know if this is an entire independent venture, you're starting an entirely new company, or if this is basically a singular project that you that takes up a considerable amount of your time that is just you. But it feels like there is a serious part of you that takes quite a bit of time not only to reflect but to work. The hermit energy is a Virgo energy, so it's like it really gets down to all of the important things that have been holding you back from your ultimate potential for success and uncovering that this year. That's what 2020 is going to be about for you. King of Cups says, which is funny because after that card about independence, King of Cups also says there's a level of communication here that's going to be imperative. The right alliances, but this isn't about networking or being at the right place to talk to people. This is about being able to, there it goes. This is about being able to talk to people once you already have them in your life and being able to talk to them in such a way where you're able to position what it is you want and to know what it is that they're actually capable of giving you. Also, this is a card of empowerment. So this is going to be about essentially making no excuses at all through 2020, basically just being like, nope, I've set out to do this, so this is what I'm going to focus on, and I'm going to do so completely. And Eight of Swords says like the only thing that could potentially get in your way would be limiting mindsets and negative self-talk. So any part of you that is like, okay, I've got this great idea, it looks like it has potential, if I do this then it will be pretty incredible, and then there's any part of you that says, but there's this possibility here, here, and here. Eight of Swords is suggesting you can't listen to the things that could possibly go wrong, rather than just preparing for when they do. Because then otherwise you'll be paralyzed. You'll be unable to make any choices or make any kind of movements forward, because eventually all movement forward will require risk. So like, yeah, it feels very powerful for you for 2020. It feels like you've already set something in motion and your mindset is in the right place. And so you're gonna have to make sure to keep pushing forward even when it feels like you're kind of out in the woods in the dark and you're not exactly sure if your lantern is illuminating enough of the woods for you. But it feels very powerful. It feels like it's a very strong year for your finances.
Yeah. So I got kind of similar too. The first one I got was the Two of Swords. So again, like Jax mentioned, that negative self-talk. That's one thing that you really have to take control of. Okay. Like it feels like there's a dualistic energy within you where you're just like, okay, I really, really want to do this. And then you got that self-doubt happening, like, oh, I don't think it's gonna work out. You know, just it keeps cycling through over and over and over. And so you have to really watch that, because it does prevent you from actually going for your goals in a more direct way, where you start to ask, like, oh, make like kind of like, oh, I'm going to be off over here for a little bit and do this right now, because I'm not ready for this yet. And so the next card that I got for you was the Page of Wands. And so be more like the Page of Wands, where that enthusiasm for something new that you really want to create, going for your goals and having courage to do so is really important right now, so that negative self-talk doesn't get in the way and you become more of the Page of Wands, when you're like, okay, fuck it, you know what? I really want this to be accomplished, and I know I have everything that I need at this time to do so. Because then you got the World. So the World is going to be based on your creation. I can either choose to do everything that you really want to do to go for those goals, or you could choose not. Okay, you can choose to delay things further. So right now, that's the one thing that they're harping on, is making sure that you refocus your energy, not focus on the negative, on the lack, and focus on what you have at this time with your abilities, with your talent, and make sure that you go for your goals instead of rewriting your story in a different way. Okay, so that's what I have for you.
Ritesh, you wanted a career reading and you're getting hooked up. The Queen of Wands is talking about success in business, but the Queen of Wands embraces entrepreneurship. So your best bet, Ritesh, is to move forward the path of self-employment, even if that does not seem possible now, which I doubt it seems impossible. I think you're more than capable manifesting a self-employment situation, even if you're still working part-time. You want to embrace your interest in magic and the supernatural, because this is not about working a career that's conventional. You want to embrace a more creative, passion-focused career. And if you make that decision and step to do so, not only does the universe have your back, but you're going to be met with nothing but light, happiness, your dreams coming true, total success, and like the greatest breakthrough ever. This is freaking badass, and it all emanates from you. So you have to be willing to really pave that way. But I didn't even pull any obstacles. Like, this is just pretty much going to be quite effortless. You just have to make that decision towards what you want to create for yourself and make it happen.
Yay!
Sweet.
Right. So next is Carolyn, right?
And so, Carolyn, one last time, if you want a general or have a specific question, let us know. Otherwise, we can move on to Paula. And Paula, if you can let us know ahead of time if you'd like you're also a one card, a question or just a general reading, that'd be awesome.
And then after that, it's going to be Liz.
Micra for a 3-card pull.
Yes.
So all three of them have 3-card pulls?
No. Micra has a 3-card pull. Carolyn and Paula have 1-card pulls.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Paula says, wondering what gifts or new offerings I will be doing this year, or just what is next big enhancements I have the opportunity to.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I know which one.
So to me, the thing that really stands out here was 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is suggesting you've got an enormous variety of different things you're going to be trying out this year. It feels like the reason you have to try at least 7 different modalities is because you're going to stumble upon them. You're going to feel like a strong resonance, and then it's going to feel like, oh, I could apply this pretty quickly. It feels like of the 7, only 4 of them are going to be able to stick, though. Like, it feels like there's 4 of them that you'll actually be able to end up with, and that includes what you're already doing. So 4 total, and there's 3 of them that might sound good, but they'll end up just being money sucks. There'll be things that require like a lot of investment as far as physical items or as far as materials needed for it, and they won't end up being very popular, So it's so important that you basically listen to your emotions as new things are coming up. But this year, I mean, it feels like these are all things that you're on the path of discovery for. So whether this is books that you're already planning to read, documentaries that you're already planning to watch to kind of like get into some of this, or spiritual teachers you're planning to work with, you've got like these are like 4 genie's lamps that each have their own special gift in them. And there's even refining your original work and being able to mix and match this, because it feels like there's a strong synthesis energy here, and that's what this year is going to have a lot of power in, is being able to bring different modalities together to work together, things that even are unconventional. So this year, keep an extremely open mind, and at the same time, the moment you smell something fishy and something isn't working, or that trying to apply it would be more of a pure risk than anything else without any evidence to show that it works, then steer clear of it and let it go. But I would literally count the new things as they come up, because there should be 7 total, and there should be 3 of them that don't work at all.
Stop it.
No more distractions. Yes.
All right. So I pulled options too. So options for career. Definitely, like Jax said, you have a lot. But I asked
Jax with the options, putting in the options box.
Yes.
They say.
Jax is the guy with the options.
What have Libra in her chart? But Paula, so I asked even more to just reduce it to something that you can do right now that won't cost you that much, okay? Like, you won't have to invest too much in it. So you got music, okay? So kind of like making your own like music, like for maybe meditation. maybe going into and taking the crystal singing bowl class where you learn how to do that for people. Maybe going and like doing drumming, you know, things like that. So shamanic drumming or something like that. Something that will bring music into the forefront for you to use as a frequency for healing, to use, you know, things like that for your business, you know, so that you can even use it for yourself and then provide that same opportunity and business for other people. So it could even be your voice, you know, singing like the and things like that. So it just feels like there's so many options. You could do that. That's not going to cost that much, you know, and there's other ones that you can do too. So, so that's what I have for you.
Sweet. So we have the Two of Pentacles. Um, this comes with okay, that's really interesting. So I was gonna pull this top card, but this card wanted to come out, and it's literally two cards. So and Paula, you're literally number two. So like the number two is calling out to you. I feel like, okay, what I'm picking up with this is like you're stepping into the secret of your own manifestation ability, but your intuition is like, make sure you keep this a secret. Like the Two of Swords to me is like hush hush energy. And what are you hiding? This revelation. The High Priestess is going to really step you into further adding efficiency to how you manifest more effortlessly. But obviously you got to keep it secret, because then this is how like relatives pop up out of nowhere, and people who want to like borrow money from you pop out of nowhere. It's going to be tied behind and this is really weird to say, but it's like the way, like I see this infinity as you manifesting infinity, but with your psychic ability. It's a fundamental shift in how you and so you're gonna come into this ability, and as an offering, it's like you're just gonna grind with that. You're just gonna like be hands-on with this. Not, you don't even have to be hands-on, but I think you're gonna find it so satisfying. And with the number of two, once again, it's like it's amazing too, because it's hidden wisdom you already know, but you're gonna learn it in a much deeper way. There we go. It's as if you spent this whole period coming into the inner wisdom of your intuition, and now that you understand it, now you're ready to manifest it practically. It's like now you've just learned a deep insight about yourself. Now the universe is like, okay, this is how to actually apply it to your job, and it's gonna like make things, it's not making it easier as much as it's making it more efficient and more streamlined and more smooth, so that you can do everything you're doing. But once again, that Two of Swords is like, kind of keep this on the hush hush, because secret magic, I'll say that. And yeah, thank you, Paul. I'm glad that makes sense, because whatever you're stepping into, it's supernatural.
Yay! All right, Carolyn's back. Said you're next. So Carolyn, we wanted to know exactly if you have a question for your one card reading, or what's, yeah.
Or do you want a general one?
You're welcome, Paula. You're fine. You don't have to apologize, girl. We're here for you.
Yeah. We actually prefer it if people don't ever show.
General, awesome. All right. Y'all don't have to show up to your readings, all right? Just kidding.
just it's all good.
Just take a nap.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. That's what I always say. Yeah. So, Carolyn, I got Ace. Oh God, Ari, were you about to go?
No.
Okay.
Shuffling. Oh, you're so kind. Look at you. You're so. Oh, you recovered from last week.
I did. I got lost in the power, and it corrupted me. And then I took some time in the mountains to meditate and talk to God, and I'm humble again. So this is the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, Carolyn, is telling you that you are going to be just hit with a lot of inspiration, a lot of divine inspiration. It's going to almost feel like you're your prayers are being answered. There's like this divine bell of ringing. It's sort of like just you just hear a frequency. You just start to hear things changing on the horizon. You feel the collective shifting. It's like tectonic plates, but with energy. You know, it's just like, and as this one is about to just cleanly fall, it's going to fit like a puzzle piece finally into place. And you're going to be like, I know exactly where I'm going. Like Ace of Swords is saying, you're taking the journey of the swords. You're taking the journey of like the mind and your new way of being. So this is like a big moment for you. This is like a moment where who you are is changing, you know? Like you're choosing that. Like you've got the raw potential right in front of you. So
Nice.
it's really cool. It's really cool.
A star for her too. Look at this. Definitely about changes and about believing in yourself, you know? It feels like there is definitely something that you're going to be motivated to do, like head on motivation. Like you're like, this is it. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I don't want anything else. I just want to concentrate on this. So there's definitely going to be this push towards that, as well as like big change of that. Like before you thought, okay, I was going to do this for the rest of my life. Now I want to do something else. You know, now I really, really am motivated to do something that is I'm really passionate about, that I know I'm going to succeed in because of that. Because when I wake up in the morning, I want to go there. I want to do it. Not like, you know, in recent times where you're just like waking up like, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I want to deal with people right now, I don't want to deal with their problems, with their drama. But this is different. This is like you are definitely changing the way that you do things, okay? And so definitely taking that energy, especially the energy of this Pisces season, and being creative with this, okay? Creating your universe, creating what it is that you want, truly, truly want in your life. Okay, so that's what I have for you.
Nice. All right. Shoot. Let's see. General or gifts? How about a general gift? A general and a gift.
I swear to God, I think you emulate like the Jupiter energy of like, let's give gifts to everyone. Let's
You get a gift. You get a gift.
Oprah.
Well, your gift is the gift of awakening. Your gift is the gift of awakening, and not only, oh, this came in strong. So Carolyn, you're getting like this super mega awakening, this like blueprinting release of a seal, and like you're gonna take your awakening and you're going to officially awaken other people. But it's not even like you're gonna have to do sessions where it's like, okay, we have to have a consultation and then I do that. It's like you can just shake someone's hand, they awaken. You can say a word, they awaken. The only thing is you'll have to judge if they're ready for it. And if they're ready for it, you let them know. I feel like in some cases you wouldn't even let them know. You're just gonna like boom. And then the main card we have is the King of Cups. So this is a counselor. This is a compassionate individual. This could be a masculine counterpart you're dealing with, but I see this as this awakening triggering a full mastery of your emotional field and the way you manipulate energy, and not just manipulate energy, but like harness your life force and your aura. And yeah, that so Carolyn, if this isn't talking about somebody that might facilitate this awakening process, um and once again, this awakening for you isn't like I'm awakening on my journey. It's like you're just awakening a gift that you can use to awaken others with, which is really awesome. And I'm complete.
Yay, Carolyn! Woohoo! Time to take that leap. All right. Jax, I'm more reserved.
Damn.
All right, next one is Liz. Liz, you have a question in particular? You're welcome, Caroline. Caroline. I'm fucking saying your name wrong. Sorry, Carolyn.
Did you hear that? She's saying you're Caroline now.
Liz has 3. Oh wait, we're not doing Micra?
Yeah, that's
Micra is Liz.
Oh, Liz Micra. Nice. And Liz is a Virgo.
yes.
Full on.
Shout out to Team Virgo.
Yeah. And she married a Libra, which is very smart. Good move.
Smart choices. I don't think Virgos ever make mistakes.
Exactly.
Except for me. Just kidding. Bundle of them. Let's see. So 3 card pull for her. Where is she? Hey, where are you?
Good idea, Ari. Yeah, we yell loud enough.
Hey!
Nice.
And 3, 2, 1.
It'd be like, I hear you all the way from
Comment.
It appears you're out of time.
Echo. She's probably like, I'm freaking typing right now.
She's like, what if I say nothing? What more will they do?
I know, we'll just go insane.
Look at
How dare she? Where is she? I don't know what possesses people to send paragraphs that you don't respond to.
Oh, they must be a water sign. Just kidding. I remember that meme. Water sign says it, and a fire sign's like, I'm not reading all that.
Yeah, Aries. Or okay.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Okay, so it says, I have court tomorrow and Tuesday. Just want to see what everyone gets from it and just here to support. Love you guys. Awesome.
Boom.
Reality is stranger than fiction. We know this is true because Florida men really exist. You learn something new every day.
Ooh. So Liz, apparently you're gonna win. That's what you need to know.
That's what I got.
Win.
Good stuff. So Page of Swords. So you've got all the secret intel that you need. Apparently, you've got intel that this other person doesn't even know that you have, which is extremely useful. And it looks like intuitively, with all this purple, just your intuition is going to be on point. Which brings us to 6 of Wands. So victory, you're going to just totally destroy it in there. If you can rent a horse at this short of notice, do so, and then waltz in on a horse, and then just sort of like gallop out once you've won.
Nay.
Of course, the Hermit card is suggesting that, I mean, this is your Virgo power. This is your ability to sort of internalize this afterwards and say once and for all that you're severed from this person in the way that you currently are still connected to them. It's not like they're gone forever, but it's pretty clear that this isn't going to be something that they're able to attempt anymore. This isn't something that they can keep trying to adjust, or trying to change. And it's just going to keep backfiring because you're sort of going to live in that phase from now on. You're not going to tolerate any more of this or give them any more chances. Like there's no benefit to that. They've shown exactly what it is they want to do, and that's okay. Like, and you'll react accordingly. And so that's that. So it looks good.
So the first card I got for you was the 4 of Pentacles. So just it feels like exactly what Jack said. It's just kind of like the person's holding on to this, wanting to hold on to power and control over your mind and over your emotions because they know exactly how to get to you. Okay. So it is really important for you to just be like, you know what? This doesn't faze me. Why? Because I am secure in my own house, knowing that I will be winning this. And you cannot touch me anymore. You cannot do anything to me anymore. You cannot affect the way that I think. and feel anymore. And so the next one I got the the Knight of Wands, your victory. You're gonna have victory over that, over your court trial, as well as over that cycle ending. Okay. And then I got the Four of Wands. And yes, you're gonna enjoy this because this is your family. You guys are gonna celebrate, you know, your victory. You're gonna have a much better life, knowing that you finally rose to the occasion and finally ended that cycle with that person. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Liz.
Liz, no idea why, but I'm picking up really strong that you have an affinity with gang members, with gang life, with gang culture. And I don't get that you yourself are some like heartless gangster, but like you're always going to attract someone in the underworld. And I think it's because like you either facilitate, it's just like this vision, like they need you. I feel like they can't go through other avenues, but like you, if they're genuine, like you're not going to do anything illegal, but it's like you just attract these characters and like there's some type of exchange that's legal that you're able to do, and it's almost as if like it shines light or helps them through their dark passage. But outside of that, it's just like this really sick ass affinity with like mobsters, like gang culture energy, like if they were robbing people they would let you go type shit. They'd be like, oh, I like you, like I'm not gonna do anything. It's weird, it's interesting, not rather. So we got the
That's so accurate.
oh shit.
You're so psychic, Michael.
Fucking Mike, dude. I was like,
Like,
has he talked to her?
like,
holy shit.
that's
Damn. Thank you for that. I needed to know that. So yeah, I got the Knight of Swords. This might be someone you're dealing with, only because we have the Hierophant, Ten of Cups, and Queen of Pentacles. So this is like you as the queen, just in a very happy marriage. But it almost looks like maybe it could be with this knight. Now this knight looks like it's running this way. So this could be like a Gemini, or like someone who they're either older, but they're less mature, or they're younger and they're just very like quick-minded. I think this is who you might be establishing a deeper bond with. I wanted to see if I could pull up anything about your court case, and the Ten of Cups is a happy outcome, but I think this is more so about your love and really connecting with this, or you being the Knight of Swords and like rushing to the right conclusions. But no, I kind of feel like, I don't know if you're single, but the Knight of Swords is like someone who's not the King of Swords. Like they're not as mature as the King of Swords, but they're way more witty and they're way more fun. And it's like that's just, but the energy I get is like it's not your type, and then it becomes your type. It's like, who is this like young whippersnapper that's trying to like get at me, and then he kind of gets you, and you don't see it coming. It's like interest, like it's like you would probably expect to want to be with a more business professional person, and that person is business professional. They just don't act like it. Like they act kind of immature, but they're really witty and they're really cool. But then when you get to know them, they're about their shit. Like they're legit, but they're just like really low key this, but like super smart. Like they're so smart, they're a little dumb, but like they're too witty, and they're not dumb at all. Actually, it's just not
Funny shit that's dumb. Like shit, dumb shit that's funny.
kind
Like,
of. It's
yeah.
not your type really, because like I get the sense that you would like a more like professional, like GQ kind of person, but that person is just a lot more witty than that, and you're on the surface they're not going to be that, but on the inside they're that. So that's I think that's the message.
Well, she's married to a Libra.
Oh, perfect.
You even said King of Swords, yeah.
Fucking, you know, clowns. You know, air signs are clowns. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys are all clowns. Like, but you guys know exactly when to do that. You know what I mean? And you know when to shut it off.
Gemini doesn't shut up.
My life. We experience 24/7 until we die.
Okay, so that makes sense. If you're married to a Libra, then the Knight of Swords is your husband kind of taking your family on an adventure. I think your husband might just be like, let's go on a random trip or something like that. Because that Knight of Swords is like left field, like, pew.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Awesome. All right. So I think that's all we have, right?
Yeah, and this has been a super fun live, you guys. Ari,
I
did you
do
have any
want
announcements
I
to?
do want to pull a card for that one lady, Gail. So before we got closing
Gail Summer.
comments,
Gail.
card real quick. Oh shit! It just blew out.
Can I just express my gratitude for being able to do this with y'all every week?
Yeah, you can express it. Go.
I am grateful.
For Dale, so you can watch this later.
Word.
She's gonna watch this later. You got Eco Valley Philosophy from the Pleiades, and this is for your galactic wisdom. So what I'm gathering with this is kind of like opening yourself up to new horizons, new people, new ways of thinking. Not only just online, but also in like your every day, like going out and going into like maybe a yoga circle or meditation circle, drumming circle, things like that. Being creative as well, like expressing your creativity in where you connect with people who are creative like you, like artistic creativity. Going to I'm not sure if you go to like these craft fairs, but going to craft fairs and meeting like-minded people. This is a big thing that the Pleiadians want you to do. It's like kind of like you're one of those diplomatic people that they want you to start connecting to, especially because of your talent. Your talent comes from your intuition, and it feels like the Pleiadians are like asking you, please follow your intuition, please work with your talent, because it actually expands your intuition even more. And then when you talk to these people, you intuitively know exactly what to tell them. It's kind of like you're like helping them heal aspects of themselves too. And through your art as well, the art expression, they're kind of highlighting this art expression of you using your art to help people heal. Like maybe you'll draw something that maybe, I like, they're kind of showing like pets. Like maybe you're drawing like a passed over pet, and it'll help them heal, because they'll have that memory of their pet, like the good times and things like that. Or maybe you're gonna, like paint something beautiful that is meaningful for someone. It's like intuition is definitely the key to this, so that you can work with other people in different ways, and at the same time express yourself. So that's what I have for you, Dale. All right, so we're done.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
All right, you guys.
2 hours and
That didn't feel like 2 hours. Wow.
I know. It felt like 1 hour.
Really did.
yeah, it went by fast, huh? All right, you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Please be mindful of what's going on internally. If you need to express yourself, express it, and you're only human. So if you go off on someone, that's okay. As long as you explain yourself later, like why did you go off?
Go off on them. Whoop her ass is what Ari is saying. Go off.
Yeah, be like, Ari gave me consent.
Yes. Ari said ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
And then she said, actually, don't ask for either. Just do anything.
Just do it.
Do whatever you want. Fuck it.
It's okay to go off.
Do what you want. Roll with 20 gangs if you want. It's okay.
Oh. He said 20.
All right. So thank you guys so much. Love you guys.
Love
and
you
have
guys.
a wonderful new moon in Pisces. Do your rituals.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a ritual, all right.
All right.
End the ritual of all rituals.
And how do I end the